Welcome back to everyone following this playthrough, and hello to anyone new. Thanks for taking the time to check out the video. In this part, we need to go off and find dry land. So, without further ado, let's jump back into Subnautica. Right, there's the Aurora. Now we know, with our new compass, that we need to go south to southwest. I think it's about to get dark, but that doesn't matter, because we can trundle along in our Seamoth.
Trundle?
Trundle. Well, trundle. I don't know if you can trundle.
Trundle.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Aye, aye, Captain. Oh, what you got to be a little bit careful of. He's not bashing into stuff. But it is worth having a little look down here on the way. So the purpose of going to the first landmass is theoretically, or potentially, to rendezvous with the rest of... Gee, thanks. With the rest of the survivors, if there are any. Obviously, the man who was in second in command, we're not sure he made it, because he had a rather terminal-sounding final transmission. We just need to keep heading south to southwest, which was the instructions we got from the AI. We've got another radio message which we now can't listen to, but never mind.
I wouldn't have bothered. I told you that, didn't I?
Oh, you did, yeah.
Because
Just don't
you've
like.
got too many things to do. Why are you bothering going to help other people?
I'm not
Every
going
man
to help
for himself.
other people. I'm not going. Oh, here we go. Right, good old Subnautica pop-up. As you can see, it gets bigger, gradually bigger, and more of it pops into place. It's a pretty impressive sky.
No, it's
Look at that.
gorgeous.
Yeah, well,
Not really stopped to look at that before, have we?
not really. There it is, and now it isn't, because I'm going down. So, this is the floating island, which is held up by these rather strange pink-looking organisms, which there are... Oh, there you go, yes. You gotta love the pop-up. These apparently start off small and attach themselves to a bit of land, and then they grow and grow and attract more matter, and gradually it all floats to the surface. And somewhere in here is a sort of inland
Pool, isn't
pond.
it?
Pool, yes. It's obviously still seawater, but it theoretically means you can get out, get onto land. And we can leave that there. It doesn't seem to actually move around the place either. It seems to stay in the same location. And there we go. Right.
Picking up multiple energy signatures on the island's surface.
Okay. Energy signatures. Well, the first thing we found is an abandoned PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
Right. Let's go and have a little listen to the data. So I think we have listened to this one. Yes, that's the one where they overloaded the Sea Glide. Rendezvous dialogue, I don't think we've listened to.
We have to board the Aurora, repair the long-range comms, make contact with the other survivors. We can't be the only two that made it.
Those are not the orders the captain gave me, and they are not the orders I'm giving you.
This isn't chain of command, it's survival.
My obligations as acting commander don't turn on their convenience. Get out of the water.
If I get into trouble, I'll send you my coordinates.
I can't let you go alone.
Then come with me.
You don't leave me much choice.
Received emergency transmission from Second Officer Keane, 2 hours after last activity.
Rendezvous was a failure. Intercepted a transmission from Altera HQ. Seems they sent a data package to the Aurora. We were intercepted by a Leviathan-class predator before we could reach the ship. Consider the CTO and I lost at sea. Be safe. Keen. Out.
I like the way he says, consider us lost, but be safe. Right.
Sounds a little bit calm for saying that he knows he's going to die.
Yes.
And
I'm not going to go through all of these data logs. If you play the game, obviously, you can then start researching themselves, or you can have a look at them online. Blueprints are relatively self-explanatory. These are things that we have discovered. If you really want to read all through, you can just pause the video. Radiation suit, which obviously is pretty high on our list of things to do. And power bioreactor. This is the one where you can just basically chuck plants, fish, anything you can find, and it'll turn it into energy. And vehicles is obviously the Seamoth, which we have now built. It's now daylight as well, which is great. So another reason for coming to the island is it will help us with two things. One, progressing the story, and two, to discover certain items, or the blueprints for certain items, that are going to help us very much in our survival. But in addition, this is an amazing place. It is absolutely beautiful. You don't have enemies as such apart from one. There is a, I think they're a crab of some sort. We'll find one in a minute, or it'll find us, one of the two. Trying to work out how I get around the other side. Oh, they're doing. Well, I've already come. The brown bits are obviously paths, and I thought there was a path. Ah, there we go. No, it's not.
further down, isn't it?
It's further down, isn't it? Yeah. I think if we don't want to be jumping, do we?
You do like to jump.
I think I'm going over the top.
You like to do a bit of diving, don't you?
Yeah. That's better. Go over the top. First things, need a bit of food? Try the bulbo tree. Because you can eat them. Back to our inventory. 8 food, 10 water. And there are loads and loads and loads of them. In fact, we better scan it as well. There we go. There's plenty of items that you can scan on here, including the Ming plant. Now, further over here, don't be sensible. I think we'll go the long way. What was that? Was that just? I think it was just the Vauxhall shrub. It's worth scanning everything that you see because some aren't actually of any use to you, but some are. So it's a kind of you have to scan it to find out whether it's going to be of any benefit or not. But what I'm looking for is somewhere over here, I think. What was that? Oh, here we go. Oh, yes. Grub basket. Don't think you can actually stick any grub in it.
No, I like the ones that are called Jaffa.
Oh, the Jaffa.
You can't eat those, can you? But
No.
I think they should let you eat them.
Yeah. It sounds like Jaffa cake.
They are, look. They're like big giant Jaffa cakes.
Yeah, I think that's them there.
There,
It?
look.
Let's have a look.
But you can't eat them, and I think you should have been able to have those.
Give it a scan. Big Jaffa cake.
Well, I don't think you'd be able to eat a whole Jaffa cake, though, would you, if it was that big?
Not really. Well, I could give it a go. Okay, external grow bed. It depends how you play the game, really, as to whether you want to use external grow beds.
Print acquired.
What are we scanning? Oh, here we go. We're just scanning the marbled melon.
Because you can eat those, can't you?
You can. So the small ones we'll give you... I think we can pick one up and have a look. Come on, there we go. So you get 11 food and 7 water. But next to it is a fully grown one. And I think you get more. Yes, so you get 12 food and 14 water. So we will eat that. Now, just like the fish, if you leave food in your inventory, it will gradually go off to the point where it will give you food poisoning, like the fish, but I think to a lesser degree, I'm not quite sure. But at the moment, we'll just eat.
So you don't have to cook them or anything, do you? You can just eat those on the go?
You can just do that. Okay, so we could take one now, but I don't think we'll worry about it. We have slightly more important things. So if you look just above the cursor, we have what we know, but you don't yet, is called a habitat. We need to get up there.
Yeah, because I think when I play the game, I'm going to definitely make habitat on this island.
Yes.
Where you didn't, did you? Or
No.
You're not going to?
No.
But I would have.
Because you just like,
Well, I'd sunbathe. And then you've got all the food. You've got all the food around you, and then you've got the sea to swim in and diving and.
Yes. You just stay here, wouldn't you? Waiting
just
to be
stay.
rescued.
Yeah, I'd stay. I'd wait for you. I'd wait for you to just do all the work for me.
Oh.
Stop the detonation thing and
So-
just while I'm sunbathing.
There are 3 bases. So the sort of the new word in the game is bases, and they're habitats. And we have 3 on this island, which at the moment we don't really know why they're here or how they got here or whether there's anybody still around or whether they moved on somewhere else. But we have one down there, one up on that mountain top, which I'm not quite sure whether they built it up there for safety to be away, and also another one. So we can go to, it doesn't really matter which order we do this in, but the point of doing this is it will give us a progression of the story, but also the blueprints, so we can start building our own base, which is one of the greatest parts of this game. The story's great, the gameplay is great, but it's just great fun building stuff. Just see if there's any parts to scan. So we have a bulkhead.
New blueprint acquired.
Yes, thank you. And we will come across these in a couple of places. There are some actually in the ocean. There's some in the existing bases that we'll come across, and there's also some on the Aurora, which we will be visiting once we've made our radiation suit. So we've got another PDA, and if you look, it says Bart
Integrating new PDA data.
Torgal's log 3. So we're not going to read it or play it until we've at least got 1 and 2 as well. And in here, we've got disinfected water. Another plant to scan. And a more important plant to scan.
I love the lantern fruit tree.
So the lantern tree is one of the ones that you can eat. So we can literally take one of the lanterns back to inventory, and that gives us decent food but not much water. So we're not going to use it at the moment because, well, actually I can do this anyway. You can overeat, basically. That's only taken us to 99, which I thought it might take us over the 100. But you can theoretically overeat. I don't know whether it has any... What does it try to scan? Oh, here we go. Okay. And also, these are all being held,
Acquired.
thank you, in the observatory, which is another part of the habitat structure that you can make if you want to have a nice view.
And the internal grow bag as well. So you can grow your own plants, can't you?
Yeah, now it's not, for some reason, it's not letting me scan that one. I don't think, maybe it's an external and it's already in here. But you're right, we need...
Oh, I thought you'd scanned that. I thought it scanned.
Oh, had I already scanned it?
I think so. It
Right.
came up.
Oh, did it?
Hmm.
Ah, okay. Spotlight.
blueprint
So we need to
acquired.
go back down.
We've not seen any crab things yet, have we?
No, I did see one in the distance when we were looking at this base down there, which I reckon we can probably take a bit of a shot. Oh no, there we go, a little bit of damage. So this base is extremely useful because it gives us the starting point for all. Right, so there's one of these. I can't remember what they're called. The something crab.
Bitch crabs.
Bitch crabs. Okay, yeah, you can. Right, hang on. Ooh, let's see if we can scan it. Come here.
Die.
Cave crawler, they call them. Which they seem to do an awful lot of jumping around.
Yeah, they jump, they don't crawl, do they?
No. I suppose they do as well. There we go. Cave crawler. Strange enough, we're not in a cave, but there you go. I'm going to have to do something about this, aren't I? Where are
Yeah,
you?
get rid of it.
Yeah. We don't.
Yeah,
No, you don't really have any
die.
weapons, but you can theoretically kill them. There you go. Yes. I was rudely interrupted from the Chinese potato. One of the best sources of food. You get 12 food and 3 water. So this time, if I eat that, it takes us over. I am not sure whether there's an impact. I think it actually reduces your health ever so slightly. It's a sort of penalty.
As in real life.
It's a penalty for stuffing your face.
Mm.
Now, I did mention there are no weapons in the game apart from the knife. So did they. This is the stasis rifle. I'm being attacked again. Excuse me. Which I should now be able to make. I'm going to have to kill you, aren't I? Where are you? You're going to get on my nerves.
Prepare to die.
Where did you go?
Die, die, die.
You still alive? There we go.
Do you not eat those?
No. No. I mean, a nice bit of roasted crab might be nice.
Crab, yeah. Actually, it's mostly eyeball, though, really.
Right, so we've already done that, so we don't really need to do it unless we fancy grabbing 2 titanium.
What does the stasis rifle do?
Stasis rifle. I thought
New blueprint acquired.
we'd already got it from there, but it's obviously a 2-parter, but we've now got it, so that's fine. The stasis rifle basically allows you to freeze objects in place for a period of time. Not long, 30, 40 seconds, but theoretically it's more of a defensive tool in the sense that you can get away by freezing most things. Not sure.
Integrating new PDA data.
Really. Right. Here is our next little story element, which I'm not going to tell you about, but we need to pick up this purple tablet. And have a good look at it. Very interesting. And another PDA, which is number 4. So
Integrating new PDA data.
until we've got 1 and 2, I'm not going to divulge what is going. Is it trying to scan? Oh, wall. Which is a bit weird because it's on the inside.
Those little crabs have hurt you, look. They're taking a lot of your health.
Yeah, I have. I don't know if I've got one with me. Have I got one with me? Yep. We'll be taking that then. Right, there's a way in here. There's a couple of ways in here. There we go. We can go up. Across to here. And we've got a data box.
New blueprint acquired.
Ultra glide fins. Very useful for making you faster. I don't think. Right, so here is the most important thing we'll find here. The multi-purpose room. Commonly known, I think, as the multi-room.
New blueprint acquired.
Oh yes. So that means that we can start building rather than living in our little pod. Just saw it flash. Oh, it's a desk. I thought we'd already scanned that. Never mind. Maybe we did, but...
And it's mortgage free.
And it's more...
Although, didn't they say...
Acquired.
Sorry. Oh, didn't they say that eventually you have to pay it back to...
Yes,
to the
yes.
mall?
There's a delightful thing which I can't remember whether it's actually come up in the game yet or not, or whether it's just in one of the data banks. But basically, they go, anything you use, anything you make, is the property of Altera, and if you damage it whilst making it or try to survive, tough. You'll have it taken out of your wages. Right, so the sun is going down, but I think we've got time to get to the top. I heard something. Wow, that's an impressive view.
Yeah, look at all the fire.
So this is a demonstration of my weird, annoying glitch that's in the game. If you sprint with any form of torch-equipped item, i.e. the torch or the sea glide, I can't remember if there's another one, but if I sprint, the torch goes out, which seems fairly self-defeating, really.
Not very good if you're on the edge of a cliff.
Well, also I just think if you're running anywhere, surely the first thing you want is to be able to see where you're going. Oh, come on, we'll scan this as well. Yeah, you don't want to be falling off here, do you? Time for the torch. Ooh, something else to scan. Right. Oh, of course, yes. Keep forgetting. Can't spread. Otherwise it all goes dark.
Oh, was that your Seamoth that came up in the horizon? There, look. Oh, yeah.
No, that's the pod.
And that's blue, isn't it?
It is blue, yeah. Now, there's a nice little touch here, because from here, apart from the weird grey, cloudy pop-up on the horizon, all of the beacons start blue, which is fine, but one, it starts to get a bit crowded when you get more of them. It's stuck here. There's the Seamoth down there, you can see it through. And the beacons will show up through anything, land, water, sky, anything. But what you can do is you can go in and you can change the colour. So particularly for something like the life pod, which is always a good reference point, but also can be exceptionally far away. If you're in the surface of the water, if it's not so bad if you're down, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 metres and sort of looking up at it. But if you're going through the water where you've got sunlight...
Fluid intake.
Pardon? I don't know what that said.
I don't know what she
I
said.
think it was water. Let's go back in. I'll just finish off what I'm saying about this. You can basically change the colour of the beacon. So, for instance, we could change... yellow is not a bad colour, it will show up. So now, the life pod is yellow. And if you're in the shallow water, it can just get a little bit lost in the background when it's blue. So it's quite useful. Right, back to food. We've got plenty of water.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Cool. Right, let's go and do a little bit of scanning. Fairly sure there'll be something in here. Oh yes, a plant pot.
New blueprint acquired.
And there. Oh, and a swivel chair. Always useful.
You know you love it, really. It's like going to IKEA.
It is.
You know how much you enjoy that.
Oh, it's fantastic. I can't wait to go again.
Acquired.
Yeah. When I've been...
You'll be running around IKEA going, scanning swivel chair, scanning plant pot.
You could actually take a pretend scanner, couldn't you? Just go around IKEA.
You could.
I could. Yeah, you're right. So there's number 1,
Integrating new PDA data.
but we don't have number 2. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer. Right, so I think that... Oh, I'm stuck again. You've got to love the game, and it's slightly sticking in the environment sometimes. There is the back of the Aurora again, and looks like the sun is about to come up.
Oh,
So-
that looks nice. Have a look.
You want to watch the sunlight?
Yeah, come on.
Sunlight? Sunrise?
Sunrise.
Of course.
It's not exactly Ibiza, but there you go. It's really nice. Look at that. See? Definitely building my base on the island.
Yes. It is beautiful. And relatively danger-free. Okay, I think we'll call it a day for now. Thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to bash the like button and leave a comment. It really helps promote the video and the channel. And if you fancy it, why not click on the subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner? It's really appreciated. We've had a giggle. Hope you have. Game Preacher out.